is that time of the season whereby funny things happen. People at 10 months to get a player or a coach or anything else. Lufuno, transfer window is here.
We're transferring.
Mara, you've not released. Which player have you released?
No, we don't have to make noise to release players.
No, Mara, you must say who you are releasing.
Make noise to release players. And does not mean that planning is not happening.
Planning?
Yes. Does it not mean that we're not playing
do you have a coach,
the new season?
Do you have a coach?
It's sealed.
Sealed?
Done.
So you have
Just wait at Lena Road when we call press conference. I'll go with you.
Please don't bring Mamelodi Sundowns. The last time you brought Mamelodi Sundowns, the season didn't turn out so well.
RMLA announcement, call Lena Road. The coach is here, relax.
The players, are you keeping the same players?
Obviously, the coach must arrive. Look at what you have. Assess. It does not mean that it stops us to make other transfer outside of the country and in the country. Relax.
Oh, because you're going to Zim for buy one, get one free. The policy is coming back.
Bona, we are working.
Naledi, we then come to this. It is that time that from a media perspective, you guys love it. Because the one moment Chiefs is talking to Santos, the one moment Ungadile, Otsamaile, and then Sundowns is buying this one. Next thing is not. SC comes with numbers that only he knows, and you go. Interesting period of the season, this.
Very interesting, and it keeps a lot of us, up at night because we just want to see who's leaving, who's coming in, what are the people.
So you like
oh yeah, he's been in there for 2 hours. It's so frustrating, but also so nice, from a media point of view, because then if you break a story, it's your breakthrough.
But the frustrating part, teams talk. Because if you look at the way the transfer happened, talks will happen. And just because you're talking is no guarantee that you will find each other. And if you break the story, Hore, and we will use Lufuno's favorite team, Kaizer Chiefs, was there talks between Kaizer Chiefs and Santos? Yes, there was. But it didn't materialize. No, Naledi's bogus.
Oh, listen, Also, another thing is that I feel like it puts your reputation on the line. Because I remember seeing some people on Twitter saying that Peter's wife was seen go Naturen.
Also, son of the soil was going to Naturen.
No, not even. So it's just like people saying.
Oh, Peter's son plays at Naturen.
The fans want him. So another thing you have to know that Kaizer Chiefs fans are very powerful. The management really does listen to them. Whatever they want, they try to deliver it to them. So I'm not saying Peter's wife was there, but obviously the fans wanted Peter to come in. So obviously they'll make things up and say, no man.
No, Mara Peter's wife, but Peter's son plays for one of the developments.
But now people will make it seem like
it was
negotiate something.
But you know what? So people just make.
So now people are saying no.
So we can't have coffee anymore with people almost.
Clearly.
No, but to answer your question, I mean, when you're looking for a coach, you can't just look at one man. You need to have option A, option B, option C.
Yeah.
Yes, it's normal. You can negotiate today with this coach, and then if you don't see eye to eye on what your goals and your projections, it does not mean that when you have a negotiations, it's a done deal. You know, it's not always the case. You have options to say, this coach, does he align with our project? Is he going to be a good fit of what we want to achieve? And after sitting down and have a discussion and you see, no, man, we're not aligning, as much as he might be a good coach, but we have plans and projects.
Yeah. So you're not aligning last season with this coach, now you are aligning. We wanted. You are not aligning.
No, we were aligning. We all agreed, but the only problem was the issue of technical team.
You are not aligning on that?
No, Kaizer Chiefs had contracts with those players, with those technical team. They had to think, but
no, SC, Lufuno's bogus. Tell me, SC, which coach this day and age travels alone?
None,
Mara Lufuno wanted a coach to come alone because he had contract.
I actually wanted to go back to this part where he says sealed,
Are you sure?
We've been seeing a coach that was at Kaizer Chiefs coming from the development ranks, legend of theirs, that had sealed something in Scotland. and he's now back. Is he still coming back with a pro license, you know? So it's going to be interesting to see the sealed part. I am really curious to see the sealed part.
Mara, he could be the assistant.
It's a possibility, hence we say sealed, you know? We need to be careful in terms of our wording and vocabulary here.
Mara, contract ngobe fedile akere Lufuno. So Naledi will tell us, because you guys in the media break the scoop. Is Ngobo gone? Is he signing for Skukuni? Or is it just by the way?
I wouldn't want to lie on national TV. I do not know if they're parting ways or anything. I have no idea.
Mara Lufuno, players at Chiefs, who would you love to see coming to your FC? Because Makaring we saw Pirates. I thought at some point Pirates are going to release the whole squad, including the supporters, because, I mean, Erasmus is gone, Makaring is gone, Dash is gone, so many players. Then,
look, I think if Chiefs can sign not less than 5 players with the current players they have, they need a goalkeeper.
You're not going to Africa, you don't need a big squad.
This is the best time for Kaizer Chiefs to really make inroad in South Africa, because they don't have many games like any other teams.
So minimum...
They're able to plan. Yeah, it's 3 cups and a league.
Minimum number of games, that's it.
Of course. So they can, if they plan properly, they're not going to play more games than Pirates, than Sundowns.
Yeah.
Then they have an opportunity to really focus on their goals and achieve their goals. So as I said, Kaizer Chiefs don't
1 game a week.
Players. Just need about 5 players, a goalkeeper, probably a left back, maybe 2
left backs,
2 wingers and a striker.
And a strike. Maragir Gonzalez.
No, Gonzalez, we know that he was on loan. He's loan.
Maragir coach 20 Masese. Mara, that man was a perfect specimen of a striker. He was tall, dark, and handsome in the front.
He's not a Kaizer Chiefs player. He's on loan. So he has to go back to his parent team.
But irrespective, to speak on Kaizer Chiefs' behalf, which is something that I hardly do, ask Isma Sandawan. Pathetic player, I'm sorry. Pathetic player. We don't need such in the country, guys. We need to be honest. When we bring in players into the country, we need to bring in quality, you know? You look at the players that we bring in at Sundowns. Look at Lucas Ribeiro, what he has done this season.
Now you're talking for Sundowns. You said you want to talk for Kaizer Chiefs.
No, look, I'm making an example. And I said in your defense, he's a pathetic player.
So it's okay.
I'm not saying Lucas is pathetic. I'm saying Gonzalez is. You know, he's a player that doesn't fit the Kaizer Chiefs mold. And you ask yourself, how did he get into the Kaizer Chiefs team, even though it's on loan? But then again, what he's saying is true. They need to sign not less than 5 players, in my opinion. If he's saying more than 5, it's something else. Let's see what happens in Kaizer Chiefs.
How much pressure does that put on the new coach, Naledi? Coming in, you're at Kaizer Chiefs, Chief. You've got beautiful facilities that Lufuno talks about, got beautiful machinery that does the lawn and everything. You've got loud supporters. And you will also have snacks.
There's a lot of pressure on him because these people have not won anything in like
9 years.
Now.
Going for 10.
10 years now.
Hey, my thought.
So obviously, he would need to. Obviously, they will have to rebuild. I believe you need to, start obviously with finding the players that gel together. Obviously, you need a lot of overhaul. If you're scared to say that, some players do not deserve to play for Kaizer Chiefs. There. And of course, there are players who I believe the badge might be a bit too much for them.
Ooh.
Like it may be a bit too heavy for them. So the coach will have a lot of work to do. Starting, I'm not sure if he will want to do an overhaul or he will just want to see how they play together first and maybe make a plan going forward.
Wow, plan going forward. Makosi, your coach is coming, so says Lufuno. Do you have a coach? At this moment, do you have a coach because he's busy? Asiko Lapo. We will see who they bring. We will see who Sundowns signs. Are you going South America?
That's a good question. That's a good question. But before I even answer that, shout out to John Committers. What he's doing at City with the players he's bringing in. Quite interesting to see the kind of season he's
Teams are busy.
Yeah, he's quite busy. But in terms of Sundowns going south,
we already have enough.
Yeah,
can we have enough?
This is why Naledi will then say that.
When you want to go back for more, with the more that you have already,
you cannot have enough quality.
So until the transfer window closes, the market is open. Anybody can come and go. Be ready for Wile Skandamaeza, Hamba Chuba. Twitter phambili.